big outcomes of Super Tuesday that I don't think people realize. And of course, this isn't going to be shouted from the desks of MSNBC or CNN, but it is reported in Bloomberg that after Super Tuesday, Biden's comeback drives $48 billion gain for health insurers.
What?
Health insurers added about $48 billion in market value and led U.S. stock market gains on Wednesday after Joe Biden's once faltering Democratic presidential campaign was reanimated on Super Tuesday. So let me just put it this way. If it was the opposite, if there was something Bernie Sanders had won, and they would be shouting this if it was negative against. This is negative against Joe Biden because it reveals exactly who he is. And they're not gonna shout this. Why? Because they're funded by health insurance companies and big pharma. The news, TV news, The country's largest health insurer, United Health Group, increased its market capitalization by more than $20 billion in one day. As Wall Street looks on a candidacy of the $20 billion is enough to end homelessness every year. Just so you know. Looks on a candidacy of the former vice president more favorably than that of Senator Bernie Sanders. Biden favors building upon Obama's Affordable Care Act and may look to expand the private Medicare Advantage market, where United Health dominates. Medicare Advantage allows beneficiaries to get coverage from private insurers. Anthem Inc. and United Health both had the biggest gains since October 2008, climbing as much as 16% and 13%, respectively. Humana Inc. and Cigna Corp. also posted double-digit gains, rounding out the top 5 performers on the S&P 500 index Wednesday morning. eHealth Inc., a company with an online comparison tool for Medicare plans, rose as much as 23%. Biden's sweep on Super Tuesday will spur positive returns across the healthcare insurance peer group, as well as other closely tied sectors that the Sanders campaign has been targeting, said Jarrett Holtz, a healthcare strategist at Jefferies. And now you know the rest of the story. So the people who fund the news just made $50 billion because the news pushed Joe Biden. Huh? Wait a minute. Is that how? That sounds like a conspiracy. Or is that exactly how it works? Is that how our capitalism works here in the United States? It's exactly how it works. That's weird that the people who fund the news would make a ton of money off the candidate the news is pushing. That's weird. $50 billion in. And why does this happen? Because Joe Biden is a willing servant of the moneyed elite. You think I'm kidding? Here's when he got into politics in the 70s.
Well, the fortunate thing is I didn't have many larger contributors, and the only reason, I went to the big guys for the money. I was ready to prostitute myself in the manner in which I talk about it. But what happened was they said, come back when you're 40, son. And so I had to go out.
Is that funny?
Isn't that funny? I went out to prostitute myself. I went out to get money from powerful people and then do their bidding. And they said I was too young. They said, come back when you're 40. Well, I think Joe's over 40. And I think they came back. What else do you need to know? Joe Biden wins Super Tuesday and health insurance stocks go up $50 billion. You know, it's $65 billion to send everybody to fucking college for free. Do you see what suckers they play you for? That somehow we can't come up with as much money as the health insurance industry makes in one day on the stock market? We can't come up with that money to send people to college. It's undoable. That's how it works. They buy the news media. The news media does their bidding. And then we have a completely corrupt country, which is what we're living in. And then we have fake tough guy Lawrence O'Donnell go on and interview Joe Biden and just do propaganda. Not one pushback, not one nothing. No actual facts about Joe Biden's record. They got to leave that up to me. We'll do it. Okay, let's throw it over to you, guy and lady.
A little depressing. Right now, Joe Biden has 700.